Lithia Park is the jewel of Ashland, Oregon. The park encompasses 93 acres on the east and west sides of Ashland Creek, extending from the plaza to the edge of the National Forest. A little more than 100 years ago, the Women's Civic Improvement Club lobbied City of Ashland officials to acquire the land along the creek and establish a Parks Commission to develop and administer the parkland. In 1914, the Park Commission engaged John McLaren, designer of Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, to create a landscape design for the park. Lithia Park was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982 for its outstanding example of distinctive American landscape architecture. Part of the original park design included a Japanese-style garden with an adjacent planting of Douglas fir trees. Located on the west side of Ashland Creek along Windburn Way, the Japanese garden and now giant Douglas fir grove serve as a quiet and very beautiful retreat from the bustle of the playground. The 2018-2019 Lithia Park Master Plan process has put a spotlight on McLaren's original design for the park. This has caused many Ashland community members and park users to focus on historic and significant plantings in the park and voice concern over the current project to rebuild the Japanese garden. The design of this project calls for removal of two healthy 100-year-old 48-inch diameter Douglas fir trees that are part of McLaren's original 1916 landscape design.
So these first two trees that are closest to us are the two that are in danger.
These images are taken from within the Japanese garden. Several of them show the large Douglas fir trees in the background, reflecting how the garden section of Lithia Park combines large conifers with smaller decorative species. We also see a bit of the water feature in the garden. According to the evidence in the 1916 photograph showing the early development of this section of the park, 12 seedlings can be seen in a long, narrow planting bed on the lower right portion of the photo. This planting corresponds to the mature grove of 12 Douglas fir trees that we see and enjoy today along the path from the Sycamore Grove to the Japanese garden entrance. Although we've all walked by this garden and grove for years, let's see this special area in a new way as the camera flies up and over the fir trees and Japanese garden. More than 100 years ago, 12 Douglas fir seedlings were planted in Lithia Park between the Sycamore Grove site and the Japanese garden. This planting was part of a larger landscape plan being designed by John McLaren. His naturalistic designs were inspired by his time in the Sierra Mountains alongside his friend John Muir.